Right, let's get started, shall we? Welcome to the stream. I am Green Leader 87, and tonight we are playing some No Man's Sky. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday evening, or Wednesday morning, depending on where you are in the world. Today the plan is we're going to be continuing on with our playthrough. We're going to be working towards two things tonight. We're going to be working towards a cadmium drive, so we can start going into red star systems, and that's specifically for a mission in which we are required to go out and get cadmium, which means we need a cadmium drive, which means we need to build one. So that's the first thing. Second thing is we are also trying to work towards the farmer's quest line. We need to go get dioxide, which from my research I can actually get on a frost planet, and I can make it, with a medium to large refiner, but we'll be instead going to a frost planet. I think it'll be easier to do that, and I think that'll be the plan for the day. Hey Zelman, how's it going? No vote today. I'm putting out the vote tomorrow, Wednesday, probably around noonish. I'll be releasing it, and that's when the vote will be available for you guys to decide what I'll be playing in the next week. So that will be put out tomorrow. It'll just be in the general chat, and I will probably try and tag everyone in there. So yeah, tomorrow for sure. But yeah, so tonight we're gonna be continuing on. Why don't we go ahead and switch over to the game view? But how's it going? How's your Tuesday night going, Zelman? Okay, so we are, I believe last time I also got three. I've got two other ships, not three ships. I just got two ships, so which would be pretty nice. We may actually end up switching to one of the others. Usual night, nothing wrong with that. What's that? Okay, a shuttle almost, but not quite. That guy looks cheap. Okay, 16x3 Explorer. Okay. First of all, where are we? Hold on. Where the hell are we? Okay, my current system is at my base. I need to go back to the frost, to the system that had that frost planet. We'll be going there so we can go pick up the dioxide, and then once we do that, we can then go and do the other stuff. My question is, okay, we're actually gonna, we're actually gonna bring in our freighter into this system as well. I should have really done this in the last system, but do it here. Swap out ships, take what we need from here, and go in the other one. Preferably the hauler. Particularly this, I got a very nice hauler last time. Okay, get some distance between me and the station. Where are we going? Hold on. I'm gonna get oriented here, make sure I know what I'm wanting, where I'm wanting to go. I don't think that is it. Sure, it's, yeah, there it is. Blue guy right there. Okay. We're gonna pull in our, not the anomaly, but the freighter. Let's just see. We'll take, well, we'll take one of these with me, maybe. Can I actually put this on the freight? Yes, I can. Perfect. Okay. I just need to land in here to drop stuff off on the freighter. We don't need the silver or the gold on me. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Let's Can I not split this? Ah, yes I can. Okay, okay. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. So we're gonna put this in my exosuit. We'll think about half of this tritium. Maybe. Let's think about it. 1,000. Assuming it'll let me do this pretty quickly, maybe? I don't want to take all of it, because I know we're going to need some for the other ships. So we'll just try and take just about 1,000 or so. It's good enough. Okay. Now where are my ships? Is that one... This one's not mine. That one, I believe, is mine. Did I not... Wait, is this mine or not? I'm completely wrong on this. That one is not mine. This one, I believe, is mine. These two, in fact. Right? Yep. The Explorer, which I got there, I thought I had a hauler. I was wrong. But, oh well. We can live with that. Take the Explorer. First time I've actually been in this new ship, so this is kind of interesting. A lot taller than all the other ones. Let's see what this ship has. Okay, so we've got a hyperdrive, which is pretty normal. Tech-wise, we've got nothing on there, which is great. Let's see what we can install. We've got a phase beam, we got a conflict scanner, economy scanner, teleport receiver, and rocket launchers. Okay. Not bad. Okay. A Walker brain. I'm not sure what that is. Wiring loom. I believe we have some here on the freighter. Yep, there's 2 wiring looms. So we've got some stuff. Freighter module. What? Salvaged freighter module. What can we do with this? Technology module harvested from the remains of a large interstellar freighter. Hey, Original G, how's it going, man? Hoping you're having a great night. It's a good evening, isn't it? It's Tuesday evening. Not too bad. How did your finals go today? Well, you've got one more tomorrow, so good luck, dude. Maybe collected from freighter crash sites or salvaged during freighter expeditions. Useless in its current form, a research station aboard your freighter may be able to convert it into useful technology. Hello. Okay, so we're gonna need to look up a research station at some point. Processor, I don't know much about. Okay. That's fine. Deep wave. Oh, I see. Love the resolution improvement on the stream. Right on. Hey, thank you. So the reason why I did that is I had noticed that there were some interesting little kinks in how some of the text was showing, and that's because I was down-resing it to a size that wasn't quite uniform from 1080p to 720, right? It was some other randomized resolution that I did, so I upscaled it a little so I could get a 720p game resolution. So what you're seeing the game is actually in 720p. Everything else is just wrapped around it. So I figured that would be a much smoother downscaling than downscaling to some random thing. So exam went well. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I'm very glad it went well. I hope you pass with flying colors. I know those exams can always be nerve-wracking to say the least. So I'm very glad it went well. Okay. Let's put the tritium in here. We're gonna put this in here as well, and then we are going to take off. My brand new ship. Actually, the controls are pretty cool as well. I like that. Photon cannon. So interesting. The cool thing about this is when you're playing in VR, apparently in VR you can actually use the controls, like the actual control sticks that are here. You can actually use those when you're actually in VR, so you can grab the joystick and grab the throttle and be able to control it that way, which I think is actually pretty cool. Okay, so I was wanting to go to the moon, not there, but there it is. Here's what we are going to do. We're going to go ahead and unsafe trajectory. That's fine. We're going right through my freighters. That's why. So I'm curious. What's your last test for tomorrow, or do you have multiple tests tomorrow? And I hope you're studying for it. Come on, man. Come on. You're this close to being done. You don't want to have one last class be brought down by the fact that you're focusing too much on the stream. So, cost accounting. Okay, very nice. Okay, entering planetary atmosphere. Going to bed now. Okay, cool. Have a great night, dude. Thank you for stopping by. And good luck on your test tomorrow, dude. I'm sure you will do well. Accounting is not a particularly difficult class. You just got to go through it. So, good luck, man. Very soon, at least. Yeah. Sure, that's one way to go with it. Okay, I need to. Well, let's see if we can't find a place we can land at. That I think would be a first priority. Let's look. That's a big dinosaur. They're not friendly, so we're gonna try and find a spot that's a little more friendly. Then we can go get some dioxide from this planet quickly. I was about to say I should be close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we got our trade hub. Perfect. That thing's so cool. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and try and find some dioxide. We got some. Ooh, they got salvage containers on this planet. I like that. Curious deposit. That's not really what I care about. Floating crystal. No. Copper. Damaged machinery, which that'll get us nanites. Dioxide. There we go. It's a little ways out, but that's fine. Let's see if we can't recharge the good old. No, I'm not wanting. There we go. Ion battery. There we go. That'll get us some extra cold protection. Head over to this dioxide deposit. And actually, we'll switch over to the whatchamacallit, the gun, so that in case we find any of those giant creatures, we can defend ourselves. Alright, I'm off. See you tomorrow. Have an awesome stream. Yeah, thank you, man. And hope to see you tomorrow. Good luck in your tests, and let's kick some ass in practice tomorrow night. So, yeah, let's do it, man. Have a great night. There we go. No, that's what I passed. And Already scanned those guys. Hello. Hello. Just love it when things pop in. And let's also just recharge the life support system as well. And then let's recharge the mining beam as well. You know, let's scan this thing while we're here. Might as well. Right now, I mean, this really is the fastest way for me to get credits, is to scan anything and everything, so I really should be doing it anyway. Scan those, scan those. I think the only thing I don't quite get money for is the minerals. Yeah. Only 200 on the minerals, which is unfortunate. I wonder if there is a upgrade, though, for that as well. Because I got one for the animals and the plants. Just didn't get one for the minerals, which is unfortunate, really. And I do like the fact that it actually stacks, so I've actually got 2 of them. Oh, it's a nice big one. Nice big deposit right here. It's not too shallow. The plant, and then we get the bird because I want that cash. Yeah, we got it. Kaboom! We're raking in all that money. In the meantime... Oh, it is a mineral. Never mind. Okay, okay. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I had it the first time. There we go. Okay. Nearly done with the dioxide. And I'm not actually sure how much I need, so I'll just try and grab about 200 or so. Okay. How much did we get from that? 120. I'm sure that's enough. But I'd rather have more than less, so... Hello, that's a plant. Okay, ship is about 800. Just gonna stop there. It's copper. I'm gonna stop there, pick up the salvage container. Because many times there is stuff in there, and that may actually get me a Gravitino ball, which I know we need that for the builder or the overseer. much dioxide do I have on me? Dihydrogen. It's about 700. Get a little more. Wrong with grabbing a little extra along the way. Rather make sure I've got plenty than run out and have to go find some more. Okay. So how are we on? About to say I could probably use some ferrite. Whoa. Well, that's an interesting one. Huh. Very cool. I have no idea what these are. Mutant plants. Fascinating. And this thing ran out. We're gonna use that instead. Thank you. Grab some of this stuff. And continue on. Actually, rather interesting. I don't see a lot of like really good. There we go. This has got ferrite dust. Most of everything else I've seen though is like pure ferrite. Just make sure we don't have any big dinosaurs around me. Oh, knowledge stone. Let's grab that. Korvac's word for Anne. Okay, hold on. Hold on just a smidge. Let's first get... Nope. Hello. Okay, let's break through this. Nothing going to attack? Okay. Oh, I see. I gotta take care of that as well. And then we can get this thing. That's interesting. Damaged heat pipes. Worth 301,000. This well-used component bears evidence of having been recycled between multiple starships and has been likely seen several lifetimes worth of space travel. Approximately 487 years old. That's interesting. Hey, welcome back. How's it going, Zelman? Oh. Those are new. Those I haven't seen before, and they are... You know what they look like? I don't know if you guys are familiar with Dragon Ball Z, but it looks like Shikacho. I think I'm saying that correctly. It's a bear. Not a bear. It's a boar. Sorry, with what looks like potentially a deer's body and antlers, and the fins on the back I thought were initially wings, like butterfly wings, but it's not. It looks a lot like Shikacho. It's really interesting. Hey, Swoons of Darkness, how's it going? This instead? Yeah, I know. No Rocket League tonight for me. I'm sorry. Sorry. How's it going though? I hope you survive. Hope you guys survive without me. I will be joining you guys tomorrow. So what I'm up to right now is I'm trying to get the dioxide that I need for the farmer, and then speaking of which, no, that's copper. I believe that's the no, that's a different dioxide. Okay, let me go there. We're getting the dioxide for the farmer, and then we're gonna go get the cadmium drive for the believe one of the missions says we need to go get cadmium so we can actually build the mind arc, and I also like the fact that we'd be unlocking a new star system we can go to, so that is the plan. And that's a non-friendly, ouch. Stupid plant. Sorry, Dino. Oh, the 360 death spin was just amazing. Oh man, all good on a big losing streak. Was playing with a Champ 2 last night. It was all bad. Oh man, I'm sorry. Have you played Stellaris multiplayer before? I have played it once before. I haven't gotten too deep into it. But I have played Stellaris multiplayer once. Got somewhat further along. Oh gosh, there's another one who wants to fight me. That's what I thought. Yeah. Sorry, getting distracted. You don't stream Rocket League? You know, generally I don't. I used to. I used to stream quite a bit of Rocket League. But a couple things I found tended to happen. Like, people didn't really want to watch; they wanted to come in and play. There's a big fascination with playing with people on stream, but not necessarily watching, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But the other thing is, when I get in playing with people, I tend not to focus so much on the chat and focus more on chatting with teammates. And I feel like I'd rather do that off stream than on stream. So I used to. I moved away from it. I might go back eventually. But I always tended to prefer to random queue on stream than playing a team. Oh. Damn it, not again. So you can just go straight to hell, and you can follow him. Well, you could stream us. I'm sure Mighty wouldn't mind. That would make it a full team. That would make it a full team. That's true. But I also have a bit of a schedule too, as well. So, I normally go by week, and I got 3 different games that I'm playing right now. I've got No Man's Sky, I've got Stellaris, and I've got Satisfactory as well. So, would be like an extra stream, like on a Friday or something, if I was gonna throw in some Rocket League. Which, to be fair, wouldn't be a bad idea. It would be able to get some practice in. Actually, improve the size of it. I'm gonna just try and get as much as we can. And how much do we... Okay, good. We've got about 200. I'm fine with going with this now. Problem with Rocket League, it's literally sports. I watch actual sports a lot already. I know, but Rocket League is different than any other sports game. I mean, it's the only sports game that actually feels like it really requires skill. I mean, everything else from, you know, NBA games to, you know, actual sports games like, you know, Madden or FIFA or whatever. Gosh. Like those games, there's oh gosh, reload already. There's so much in it. Interesting little hop there. There's so much stuff in the background that actually is there to assist the player. That it feels less of a skill game and more of just you're playing a game. Does that kind of make sense? Like with Rocket League, there is a real amount of skill that goes into playing that game. With the Other sports games, less so. It's more about taking advantage of the mechanics. Right, no, and I get that. I get that. Right, you'd rather be watching stuff like real life sports rather than watching video game sports. But the reason why I've made that comparison is that I feel like Rocket League is the only game that I would be interested in watching because it takes the same amount of skill. Well, not the same amount of skill, but you kind of get what I'm saying. It takes an actual amount of skill to play, unlike other sports games, right? Watching other esports, I'm not really interested. I'm not interested in watching CS:GO. I'm not really interested in watching, you know, Rainbow Six Siege or any of that other stuff. Watching any of that competitively, but Rocket League is actually a very different, league of its own, you might say. Yeah, sure, real life is mad talented. I'm not saying that they're not, but Rocket League, there's some very talented players in Rocket League, and, I can pick up a Madden game and be pretty good at it already. When I picked up Rocket League, it took me a very long time to actually master it. It has a certain level of skill that is very similar to a real, a real life sports. Players can pick it up, but it's very hard to truly master, whereas with most other games, that's not the case, right? Okay, I'm going to sell this leg meat because I don't need it. Oh, that's quite a bit. I'm going to sell that. I don't need the Mordite on me. I don't need the damaged heat pipes. I'm not sure what that is, so we're just going to go ahead and sell it anyway. Dioxide. That's right. Okay, and I got nothing really on the ship to worry about. I understand that, but real-life sports will always require more talent than any video game. It's different talent. That's the thing. You know what I mean? It requires a very different style of talent. That's right, I thought it was alien crap. Okay. Facium. Okay, I was actually kind of hoping to find also a something or other around here. A landing pad. Oh, it's one of those. Okay. Actually, maybe it's not one of those. Hold on. Never mind. We're just gonna go back to my base, and we're gonna go ahead and. Yeah, it does. Physical talent. But there's a certain amount of. I mean, it's hard to describe. I mean, as I said, as somebody who's played it and who's watched it, the talent is somewhat similar to how the amount of talent that's required for most regular sports. Right, like with any other video game, like even No Man's Sky, you don't necessarily need a lot of talent to play it, right? Which is why I was bringing up Madden and FIFA and all that, because you don't necessarily need the same kind of level of dedication and talent. Now let's actually face it, it's not talent, it's skill. It's skill, it's training, it's whatever you want to call it. With FIFA, you don't actually require that, right? You don't require that same amount of physical talent, but not physical, but actual training with FIFA. You don't require the actual, finesse with FIFA. With Rocket League, you really do. To do a lot of the things that you need to do in order to be really good at Rocket League, it takes a long time to do it. Like, I've been playing Rocket League for over 1,000 hours. I have yet to break into the champ level. I can't say the same thing for other games. You know, and that's fine. Agree to disagree. Maybe using your brain more while playing video games. However, don't compare Rocket League to football, boxing, or something. Again, I don't know how familiar you are with Rocket League. I don't know how much you played it. Normally, I would 1,000% agree with you, but again, it's not just any video game. It's specifically Rocket League, and specifically how the game is played. Mighty's waiting for me while I was watching you play, so I will chat with you tomorrow. Have fun, enjoy No Man's Sky, and sorry I didn't mean to start all this. Hey, no worries. No worries. No problem at all. Okay. Where was I wanting to go? I was wanting to go to... I need to head back to the base. I just want to go check on and see if... See if I can actually use this. Yeah? Nope, I cannot. Okay. Drone supply, blah 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 blah. Available. Oh, that's interesting. It's actually claims scrap worth. What? I don't understand this. Claims scrap worth 6,500. That doesn't make any sense. Where is the scrap coming from? Does this mean scrap it? That's gotta be it. I mean, that should be a meltdown into scrap. Where to find upgrades? Using this outfitting station to increase the size of the starship inventory or improve its base stats by upgrading its class. Upgrades to specific functions such as weapons or engines can be purchased from technology merchants. Okay. It's not as useful as I thought. Upgrade the ship. So I'm going to see what else we can get. Augment inventory or improve the starship class. Either, which we can do. Okay. Yeah, but do you know how many people want to go into the World Cup for soccer's compared to how many people want to be a pro in Rocket League? It's a big difference. Yeah, but it's growing. And people have, you know, legitimately made millions watching RLCS. It is one of the few esports that I've seen that is getting such a big focus. So, again, I mean, agree to disagree, but I'm just laying out my case. Let's see what this guy has. Pulse engine. No, not phase beam module, no. Positron? Significant upgrade for the for the positron ejector. I see. We'll just ignore that for now. What's this thing here? Nope. Already tell I don't want it. Okay, could not find a cadmium drive there. Actually, hold on. Sorry, one last time. Before I leave, let's quickly call out the space anomaly. Then now we can go get the upgrade here as well for the suit upgrade, and we might be able to get, or not might, but this should be where we can actually get the cadmium drive upgrade as well. Sure. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Agree to disagree at this point, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Oh, see, that's an exotic. Oh, that thing's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Sorry, I like looking at all these ships. Problem is the frames here are not great. Here, I know we can get stuff from this guy. Young one. You who still roam the boundaries of this universe, how I envy you. My time out in reality has long passed, but I miss it greatly. Perhaps you might help an old soul and share the things you've seen. I yearn for the stars, for the glory of discovery. Give the data. Thank you, little one. You have no idea what this means to me. Please, take these nanites. They are nothing, but they are all I have now. How many nanites did I get? 45. That is not great. Talk to this guy. Traveler hopes to make progress. Traveler tests themselves. I will help in exchange. Progress for progress. Or wealth, perhaps. Experience or materials, both valid in today. So we can't do that. Let me go ahead and transmit the milestone data. You have seen much, but do you understand? Not for me to know. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and get a cadmium drive. You need to buy that. They're cheap. What do you mean? The cadmium drive? I was certain you had to unlock it here. Instability drive. Wait, what? A highly advanced upgrade to the pulse engine, vastly increasing fuel efficiency. Tritium supplies are redirected into a cycle of miniature black holes, resulting in microgravity fluctuations. Sounds almost like Mass Effect fields. Are harnessed to boost starship propulsion beyond convention. Interesting. Okay. In fact, here we go. Here's the cadmium drive right here. Oh, the exotic ship. Well, the problem is that's a player's exotic ship, right? That's not a NPC's exotic ship. That's a player's exotic ship. I want to unlock this guy. So the cadmium emergency warp unit. Okay. Emerald and indium. Green. Yep, so we're gonna get this right now. Just need the 3 wiring looms, which you can pick up on the freighter. Okay. And we'll go ahead and plug that into... I want to say I can actually put that onto my freighter, right? I think so. Was that I thought you landed on a space... No. I went into the anomaly. So, yeah, if I was on the space station, that would work, right? But as I'm on the anomaly, these are all NPCs, like this guy right here. Multi-tool research. Yes, this is what we're coming here for. How much? 500,000. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. How much for this one? 60k, and how much for this one? 50k. I think we'll go for this one instead. And let's talk to her about research stuff as well. Yep. Research upgrades. An automatic translation device records and parses nearby conversations before running the data through a contextual learning system to determine something. Parallel language processors enable a greater portion of the recorded speech to be translated. Interesting. Fascinating. With the Beyond update, it was glitched. You can buy upgrades, but won't take any units. I see. I see. Yeah, with these, from what I've seen, compact extension links installing a small portable refiner accessible directly from the users, requires fuel and is limited to refining one substance at a time. That's cool. I've not seen this before. That's very cool. I'm not gonna get it yet, but that's very cool. Oxygen rerouter. Neural stimulator. Jetpack tank. Something. Rocket boots. And efficient water jets. Interesting. Oh, the marine jets. Interesting. Okay. This is the construction terminal. And I just don't have any salvage data on me, unfortunately. I don't really care about the appearance modulator. We do want to get a landing pad eventually. But that's fine. And I would like to get this as well. Okay. Okay, let's do it. I think we've got everything that we needed from here for right now. Let's go ahead and head out. Particularly as this seems to be causing us some issues. Hey, no repeat, how's it going, dude? Hey, Leader Sama. How's it going, man? What you been up to? I assume you are done with work, correct? I've encountered a traveler named Null. They seem to be... Oh, mine Cadmium. That's right, that's why I need the Cadmium thing. Report the appearance of Null. Let's tell him about this. Nana has retreated into themselves. Their lights pulsing, but saying nothing. They have nothing more to add. Fascinating. Speak with Polo and other life forms aboard the anomaly. Polo holds coordinates to black holes. Interesting. Good, just got home from Magic. My boss tries to give me Tuesdays off, because that's when I play. That's pretty cool. That's pretty nice that your boss takes that into account when he's scheduling you, so it's pretty awesome. Interesting. I won 2 out of 4 games tonight. Nice. Very good. I am not great with Magic, so I normally lose every single one, so... Now that's a nice ship. Look at this. Look at that. Is clearly a large-ass hauler. It just doesn't give me any information on the ship, but that, oh my gosh. That's gotta be a nice hauler. I want 2 actually as well. That's really cool looking. Oh well, here we go. She's big on trying to make sure we all have a social life, and since this is something I enjoy, she tries to give it to me. Nice, that's very nice of her. Pretty cool. Always nice when a boss is willing to do that kind of thing for their employees. Hold on. So this is the economy ship. Gonna land here, get some cash. I'm pleased to report local trade, blah blah blah. Perfect. Okay. That gets us nearly 100 grand. Nice. Okay, that's the warship. That's the mining ship. There's my 4th one. This, I believe, is a science. Oh gosh. Oh, crap baskets. Okay. Okay, I nearly may have punished myself with that. Let's try and land here again, shall we? And I'm also not quite sure why this thing is damaged. Hey, don't judge a book by its cover. May look nice, but stats could be crap. That's true. That is very true. You never quite know what the stats are gonna be. I mean, she's smart because the happier we are outside of work, the better people do at work. That's true. So MechWarrior 5 Marks came out today. Really? I had no idea MechWarrior was still even a thing, to be honest. That's actually pretty cool. I remember playing that as a kid, so that's pretty cool. Fleet Auto Diagnostics report. Urgent maintenance required. Repair drones reaching failure threshold. Core systems at risk. Manual repair required. First MechWarrior games came out since 2002. Yeah, I was about 2002. I was about 14 when that came out. I remember playing that at a buddy's house. It was a lot of fun. Where the hell is this thing? Hold on. How do I get there? Probably here? Battletech is MechWarrior. Yeah, I've seen that. It does look a lot like MechWarrior, doesn't it? Might be another one I might get into as well. Okay, let's see what this needs, shall we? Looks like it needs tritium, which I've got plenty on me. So we'll fix that one. And there's just one more that's over here. The game takes place partly in the same time as the recent Battletech game. Really? So are the wait, hold on. So you're saying that they're actually in the same universe? If so, that's actually pretty cool. Not look a lot like MechWarrior. It's based off the Battletech tabletop game / books. Interesting. Not look a lot like MechWarrior. So hold on, I'm a little confused. So it is related to MechWarrior or isn't? So it is the same thing. I see. So they're both based on the same source. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay. Ship has been repaired. I have no idea where else I can go. There's no real captain's quarters or anything. But I keep it super lore accurate weapons that were not found in the books until after the year in the game are not in the game. They drop hints in the game for things that happen in the later books. Oh, interesting. Very cool. I still have no idea what the ship is. What this frigate actually is. Might be just a support frigate. Which would actually make sense. Anywho, we're gonna go ahead and come in and land quickly. So as a fan of the books, they do a great job of building the world on stuff I already know. Because of the books, but I like to see it anyways. Yeah, it's always nice to see when either a game or a movie does some serious fan service to the thing that the fan is already somewhat aware of. It's always kind of weird when you come into a movie or a game and suddenly everything is super different, right? Or not any trying to think of the right way to say this. Like no real relation between the book and the game. Like that. Then I do like kind of The Witcher for that because it dealt like all the lore is there, all the connections are there between like all the main characters of The Witcher, without throwing the player in and them not being aware of all that stuff. That makes sense. So like I was able to really enjoy The Witcher, and I never read a single book, right? But now that I'm somewhat aware of The Witcher, now I want to go back and read the books. I want to actually check out the Witcher series, which is why I'm super excited for that coming out. So All sorts of things going on. Interesting. So I can't actually... So it is just a hyperdrive thing. I just wanted me to build the cadmium drive, which I'd rather build here. There we go. Which I need 3 wiring looms. On the starship, I should have... Actually, on the freighter, I've got 2. And I should have 1 on the other ship. And so it's great for people who are new, to the people as well. Huh? It's great for people who are new as well. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. The game ends the year before a major story event, and I hope that that's the second game, or a major DLC. If it's a short DLC, that will piss me off. Sure. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of DLCs that are relatively short myself, so I understand that. Drop that there. I don't think I need anything else from here, so... Back to the ship. Explorer. If I remember, Explorers actually have better hyperdrive. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Anywho, just gonna go ahead and put this in here. There we go. And there we go. Cadmium drive installed. And I don't think we even need to. It's just fueling the hyperdrive just like usual, so that works. Excuse me. The game does the same sort of thing. A lot of info is in the world for people who are new to this series. I see. Big event that happens soon. There's like 8 books about it. Really? That's pretty cool. Okay. Okay, so now I've got that. Now I need to go to a red star. I need to go pick up some cadmium. But the other thing I need is I need to go and drop off the... I need to go drop off the whatchamacallit. You know, the whatchamacallit and the what's-it and all that stuff. I need to go... Basically, I need to go build the Frostwort plant. What is up with it? That's interesting. Is it just me, or do the textures look kind of flat here? Something's kind of missing. It's kind of odd. Wait, hold on. What? That's new. Freighter research terminal? Oh, that's new. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That's very cool. There's manage the fleet. But you can't do missions from here? Oh, interesting. Battletech novels are not a linear story. A lot of the time the books are like 3 novel series about one story. Then another 1 to 3 novel series will be about the same major event but different people. Really? So the books are more character-based, even though they're all kind of around the same event, from the sounds of it. Which that's kind of an interesting concept. It's not often you see that kind of thing. Let's view the potential. So I think we can actually work with this one. We'll put in the our trade vessel right here, and we'll put in we'll put in the support vessel as well. Okay, so we'll do that. 150 tons. I wish there was a very nice, easy way of doing it from here, but I need to make some of that stuff. So let's see what we can do about making the. There's 100. There's the 50. So I'll make that 2 and 3. Okay, so again, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna put on the, you know, screw it. We're gonna use that one and that one. I think that should work. We'll go 250 tons. Never mind. Unassign that one and assign that one instead. And then we shall launch it. There they go. Combat patrol, 5 hours. So we'll need to make about 100k of the fuel. It's 100k right there. We'll make that, and then we'll go ahead and send the other guy. Like, there's a lot of wars in the series, and sometimes there will be a book about a single planet's defense of a single planet. Interesting. Sometimes the books take place over 100 years. It's kind of like the Star Wars books. Okay, very cool. Lots of different authors. They are connected, but written by different people. I kind of like that. I like that when a series is willing to allow other writers to come in and kind of add their 2 cents about different things. That kind of makes sense. It's one of the reasons why there is, like, I've got a lot of respect. Like, I haven't read a lot of the Star Wars books, but I had a lot of respect for the whole legacy books they had, because they had lots of different books written by lots of different people, and it was all canon. And I thought it was really cool. And then I was somewhat bummed when they decided to remove all those books from canon. It made me somewhat upset, because that seemed kind of like just such a dumb move, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but it just felt odd that they did that. No worries, man. Yeah, I repeat myself from time to time as well, so I've done that in chat. Interesting. Lots of books. Yeah. There are a few series that are about a single merc companies. Because merc companies are very important in the world. I mean, they never really were canon before. Star Wars had a different level of canon. Yeah, no, but I feel like most people considered it mainly canon, right? I mean, George Lucas never came out and said, you know, this stuff isn't canon, right? He just went back and he kind of did his own thing with the prequels. And I think that, along with some of the actors not kind of willing to return for more sequels, kind of prevented him from really making more, you know, back in the 90s and whatnot, you know, until he got into the prequels. So interesting. Did he say that? Okay, did not know that. It's interesting. Well, then somebody must have used the rights without his knowledge or something, because there's a lot of really good books written with Star Wars and written with all those characters in mind. So that I find is actually very, very interesting. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We need to actually make some. We need to make some. Oh, come on, where is it? Submarine fuel. Oh, interesting. It's not what I need, though, but just interesting to see. Warp cells, which is antimatter and antimatter housing. We can make the antimatter already. Got that. And then we need the antimatter housing. There it is. Oxygen, ferrite dust, which I've got both. And then we can go ahead and make the warp cell. Okay, so let's go ahead and see where we can go. Let's see if we can't catch up. But the books were all part of the same canon. Movies were true canon, then books were canon B, and then video games were canon C. Interesting. They all had to follow the rules set by A. and follow the other things written in their category. Yeah. That makes sense. Oh, they should not have come. Let's head back to the freighter, shall we? Although my combat freighter's nowhere near around. Oh, this may not be good. Okay, hold on. Catch up with Chad in a second. Okay, let it cool down. Okay, one is down. Okay, good. There are other ships helping me out, which is perfect. Okay, we're nearly got this guy taken care of, and I think there's one more ship. One more ship. Nope, that's it. Just the two ships. That works out quite nicely. And for whatever reason, the freighter is still pissy at one guy. I don't get why. That just seems kind of odd, but okay. I'll let the freighter do what it wants. Okay. He did that so he could still do whatever he wanted, but make money off letting other people. I see. That makes sense. That's still, yeah. It still made me somewhat irritated though when they said the other stuff wasn't canon and that J.J. Abrams wasn't pulling anything from the extended universe when he was making the sequel trilogy. It seemed like just such a waste of perfectly good storylines, perfectly good, potentially no. I have a hard time really accepting that because it's so bad. It is so bad. It really is so bad. I'm sorry. Technology recharge. Yeah, Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, Chains, and I understand that. I do understand that. But the name and the character, like the character itself, just seems so lacking. By comparison. No, I know, I get it. I know Han San had the Force and killed his dad, and blah. I know that. I do know that, right? I just felt like the execution really wasn't there. Yeah, Reigns, but again, that's him retconning it, right? That's him changing it, and to try and better match, so you can say, oh, see, look, fans of the extended galaxy, look, I totally did pull from the books, which is nonsense. I like The Force Awakens. Force Awakens was okay. My biggest problem with Force Awakens is just that a lot of the stuff that I hate about The Last Jedi pulls directly from The Force Awakens. Also, the other thing that I have to say with the books, Han Solo is not a loser dad in the books. Han Solo does not come off as the loser dad in the books. In The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, he comes off as the loser dad. Luke becomes the loser cynic who is pretty much worthless, and then dies for no stupid reason. And Leia's the only one who's worthwhile, but she's a freaking mannequin in Force Awakens. And then she's somewhat okay in Last Jedi, but then pulls stupid random stuff and is in a coma for half the damn movie. So that is right now my complaint, which is part of the reason why I say I have a hard time believing that he pulled much from the books, because it's very dumb. It is very, very dumb. I'm not happy. Anywho. Fine, we'll go there. No idea on the region. There's a mission there, so that's fine. Only one. No, exactly. That is 100%. Yeah. I also blame Rian Johnson for the shittiness of The Last Jedi, but I do feel like J.J. Abrams had a play in it, and as I said, it's because a lot of the stuff was set up by J.J. Abrams. Now, the problem, you know, as I was saying the other day, Rian Johnson, where he messed up is that he completely misunderstood what J.J. Abrams was trying to set up and screwed up what he was trying to do there, right? So instead, he creates a prequel-esque nonsense adventure that literally nothing worthwhile happens. It is the worst Star Wars movie ever made. The only thing worse than it is the holiday special. That is it. So yeah, I'm not happy with what happened there. Yeah, exactly. You can cut Finn's entire arc and that movie's out, and it would still be the exact same. Yeah, he took everything cool that was set up in the movie and threw it all away. Yep. Finn and Poe were supposed to be the Leia and Han of this generation, but Rian later built them up for anything, and just ruined the setup that was done. Yeah. Yep. If Finn would have died, that would have been... It would have been a very, like, tragic but heroic moment, because he would have saved the, he would have basically ended up saving the, you know, the Resistance. Or at least giving them enough time to have a potential fleet come in and, you know, save him. So, yeah. We're gonna land here quickly. I want to see what... Flora, so it's barren, low security, eerily calm. Fascinating. Excuse me. But instead almost everyone is dead, and they're all happy and cheering. I know, right? So stupid. And not upset that almost everyone is dead. Exactly. Rey still hasn't failed. Yep. She's not gone through any sort of hero's journey. Right? I mean, the entire point is that people, you know, with a lot of these fantasy storybooks, whatever. Stories, not storybooks, but, yeah, in all these great fantasy stories, the hero doesn't start out as the most amazing, wonderful person ever. Right? The hero starts out as pretty much a know-nothing, useless person, and ends up growing into becoming the hero that, you know, the story deserves. You look at nearly every single great story. That's how it begins. You know, that's how it happens. That's a whispering egg. Nope, not touching those. Nope. Nope. Need cadmium. Nope. Sodium. Nope. Does this not have cadmium? It does have oh, it's one way over there. Just at metal. Sorry, I need to find this cadmium so I can just pick a bunch up. Okay, that's the nearest one, so that's where we're gonna go. Yeah. I don't know how much she had control over it, but it sounded like a lot of the bad decisions were pretty much laid at her feet as well. So, yeah. Yeah, she wanted a female lead that people could look up to. You know, they already had so many great female leads in Star Wars that they could look up to. Princess Leia being the main one. But now you've got, oh, what's her name? Why can't I think of her name? But she was the Rogue One, the chick from Rogue One. Such a great character there. And you can kind of see that she had gone through all sorts of nonsense. Yeah, I just don't get it. I mean, look, you even had like Ahsoka from the Star Wars. You had Padme, or what, the Clone Wars, sorry. You had Padme from the prequel series. Yeah, it's always nice to have a good female lead. I mean, you want that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, you can't just make a Mary Sue, because nobody relates to the Mary Sue. The Mary Sue is just a, you know, there. Right? She's the ultimate power in the verse, and there's nothing that can stop her. And there's, you know, there's no real character development. There's no real growth. There's no real interesting story there. And just, oh look, she's amazing! Yay! It's not the reason why people love all these characters. So, yeah. Instead of building someone great, they just made a yeah, exactly. That Star Wars fans are sexist. Yep, I heard about that too. I mean, yeah, Rogue One was amazing. I loved Rogue One. I loved Solo. Solo was also really good. I feel like it got crapped on because directly of The Last Jedi. People were not, I don't think people were willing to go see it because they were worried it was going to be yet another crap fest like The Last Jedi. Particularly as it came out like 6 months, right? You know, 6 months after The Last Jedi came out. So, kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. She is, and unfortunately she's kind of failing. I hate to say it, I wish kind of Kevin Feige could, I wish we could just get a new Kevin Feige, you know, not necessarily Kevin Feige himself, but just get another guy like him, who's got the same passion about Star Wars as Kevin Feige has about, Marvel, and have this person come in and take over for Kathleen Kennedy, because she has not done a good job. I mean, if you think about it, Kathleen Kennedy is basically now the George Lucas of everything, except she's doing a very shitty job of it. So, yeah, people love Ahsoka. Oh, the moment in Star Wars Rebels when she met Darth Vader, yeah, was an epic Star Wars moment. I think that might be my second best Star Wars moment after the I Am Your Father. Yeah, a lot of people like that one. What's interesting here, there's no space station here. It actually throws me off quite a bit. Very interesting that there's actually no space station here. And what is in this one? Incandescent, so it's a hot planet. High Sentinel activity. I'm just gonna go land there just so I can say I've discovered it. I'm not gonna stay there for any amount of time. Yeah. That's the thing. I'm not one of these guys who liked hating on Star Wars. I'm not one of these guys who said the prequels were the worst thing ever made. In my opinion, like, the prequels were, plot point wise, everything was there. Just execution, it was somewhat lacking, right? But everything was there. Everything was actually pretty good with the prequels. Just some of the execution with, you know, actor choice, or with specific lines that were said, or with the way that the characters were written in terms of their details, like how they, you know, like you look at Jar Jar Binks. If you think about, and assuming that the theory about Jar Jar Binks is correct, that he is in fact a Sith Lord, that would have been such a cool reveal. Because, I mean, look at what happened with Yoda. When you first meet Yoda, he is really annoying. Somewhat like Jar Jar Binks. The difference between Yoda and Jar Jar Binks is that Yoda's reveal is like 20 minutes into the movie, 20 minutes after meeting him, you realize, oh crap, he's actually the dude. He's the dude that Luke's coming here to meet. Whereas in Phantom Menace, Jar Jar Binks doesn't have that. An entire movie goes by and there's no reveal that he's actually this big Sith Lord. Because apparently that kind of was the case. The actor who played Jar Jar Binks kind of hinted that the theory is somewhat accurate, and so did Lucas as well. So, yeah. They were okay. I think if you replaced Skywalker, it would have been a lot better. Being low-key lurking this whole time, but I like the Star Wars opinions. Oh, thank you, McMean. McMeme Dream, how's it going, dude? Hoping you're having a great night. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. Yeah, you'll get a lot of Star Wars opinions from me. I love Star Wars. It's been one of my favorite series growing up, which is why I'm so hurt by The Last Jedi. It's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah, but again, I feel like, yeah, you're right, totally. The actor for Annie, although I have a hard time blaming the kid for it. It's the writing. I blame more the writing than the kid. I mean, you're gonna get that with any child actor, and I've seen him in another show, and he's great, right? I've seen the Annie kid in another show. It's not Jingle All the Way. It is Jingle All the Way. Arnold Schwarzenegger and what's her name? Damn, I'm forgetting people's names already. It's not great, but he's in that show as the son of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he, you know, and the entire movie's about him trying to make up to his son about the fact that he missed out. He's missing out on all these things, and so he's trying to get him this gift for Christmas. It's such a great movie, and the kid is actually a pretty good part of it. And then you see him in Star Wars, and he's super annoying. But again, I think part of that is the writing. His wash, whatever. He's a child. I meant for the second, and I agree for that too. Hayden Christensen was not a great pick for Anakin Skywalker. He looked too much like a teen, not enough like he's potentially a badass. He just looked more like just a whiny teen that you would find in any sort of high school anywhere. Man, it's so rough. Yeah, man, I like it. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it, dude. Oh, man. Yeah, that's why people are so angry. They're angry because they love the series. Yeah, no, I agree. But I mean, as I said, like with the prequels, a lot of the prequels was major plot points make perfect sense. Everything that kind of comes together makes perfect sense, but it's in the little details that are annoying frustrations that bring down the movie from what it could be, right? Bring down the prequels from what they could have been. And as you said, like you brought it up, actor choice, specific dialogue or specific character traits, things that were exaggerated or you know, or in this case, focusing on certain things like mainly graphical enhancements rather than trying to make it more practical events, because practical effects are almost always better. It's very rare that CGI is better. Right, CGI is better to enhance, not to completely replace. So, yeah, just my 2 cents on that whole situation again. Why were we here? We were here to get cadmium. We got cadmium. I don't know how many. Collect living pearls. Living pearls? How am I supposed to find living pearls? Exactly, right? Exactly. Yeah, how many lines were changed or were done on the fly? Or were shortened down in the editing process. I mean, there's so many lines that were changed. I mean, the "I love you, I know," that was done in. Oh shit! Run! Okay, hold on. No. I know what we're doing. We are running to the planet. That will help us escape. But that line, "I love you, I know," between Leia and Han before he gets shoved into carbonite. that is... Yikes. That is one of the few... that's one of the many times, as an example, that was an ad-lib line. Han Solo just kind of did that on the spot, and they went with it. And it worked. I mean, this is one example of many that I'm sure happened in, in the original Star Wars trilogy. And then you go to the prequel trilogy, and they're talking about midichlorians, and they're talking about... Oh, crap. Are they gonna follow me into the planet? Seriously? Okay, no, they did not. No, they did not. Okay, that's good. I think the fundamental differences between the prequels and the prequels and the original story is that so much, the prequels was done obviously after the original trilogy. With the original trilogy being such a smash hit, everyone was just like sitting there being yes men to George Lucas with every single thing that he wanted to do. Whereas in the original trilogy, everybody was basically telling him, this is not going to succeed, you need to do something good, and so he had to listen to everybody's concerns, whereas in the prequels, nobody had any concerns because they thought he was genius. So like, oh yes, you want to make an entire character out of CG? Perfect, let's do it. Let's make a storyboard, and in the storyboard, here's George Lucas coming along marking with two different markers. One's a yellow and one's a pink, and everything in pink was like CGI, and like 60% of the storyboards were all in pink. From characters to environments to everything was all just CGI. Back in late 90s, early 2000s when CGI was garbage. So. Right, it was less of a collaborative process, people working together to make a great and amazing experience, and more of just everybody bowing down to Lucas and just giving in to every single one of his demands. And don't get me wrong, he is a visionary, but at the same time, as with any good project and any good movie, it really is a team effort, and everybody's got to be involved with it. And when everybody's sidelining all their input to go with this one guy, you're gonna get something like that. So, and as I say, I will gladly go back and watch any of the prequels. I know they're bad. Like, I liked them when they first came out, and I grew to understand just like the complaints about them, and I can see them for what they are, for being relatively okay movies. But they have, they have their problems, and I know their problems, and I'm aware of them. But I'm happy to go back and watch them. I will. You'll have to drag me kicking and screaming to go back and watch The Last Jedi. I'm not gonna watch it. It's not good. It is so not good. Sorry. That's enough of my Star Wars tirade. Oh man. If they re-released episode 1 with new CGI, I would go watch. Oh, I would definitely too. I would 100% go watch that. As I just said, I would happily go back and rewatch any of the prequels. Phantom Menace. I really like Phantom Menace. It had some really good aspects. The biggest downfall for it for me was not even Annie or any of that other stuff. It was mainly just Jar Jar Binks. Do I like The Mandalorian? I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it all the way yet. So I haven't seen any of The Mandalorian yet. I have been. So I'm very bad at. I'm not an early adopter. Let me put it that way. I'm very slow to adopt into any sort of new service or any sort of new product. Like when the Xbox One came out, I'm a big Xbox fan, but I waited a good 2 years before I got it. I got it in 2015. I didn't get it straight away. So like, as with anything else, like I didn't get Netflix until like 2017. I didn't get Hulu until 2014. I think it came out in 2011. So I always wait for everything for everything to release first, and see what kind of kinks come out, and then I'll get into it. So I haven't gotten Disney Plus yet. I'm very much going to get it for Christmas though. That I think was my plan. I'm going to get it at Christmas time. And hopefully more of the episodes will be out so I can just kind of binge it. Whereas right now it's like they're only releasing one every other week or something like that. So I haven't seen it yet. Now everyone I've spoken to has said that they liked it. Norway Pete is actually the first person I've met that has said that he doesn't absolutely love it, right? So it's okay, the pace is a little slow. I've not heard that from anybody else, so that is actually somewhat interesting. I mean, I'm glad to hear a different opinion for once, actually. They also haven't done much to really build up his character. Okay. No, unfortunately. I wish I could, right? But unfortunately, I'm an only child. And right now, so like I bought this house with my folks, so we're kind of working together in terms of keeping the house costs and whatever. So like I'm working right now. My parents are semi-retired, but my dad is a master cabinet maker, and he has done all sorts of remodeling throughout his entire life. So basically, the situation that I'm in right now is we bought a house together. He's fixing it up while I go to work and I pay the mortgage and do that stuff. And then when we sell it, we then make a pretty decent profit from it. And then we split that, and then we go buy another house together. This is our third house that we've done together, and it's nice because it gives my dad a job to do that he doesn't have to worry about any sort of bosses, because he's always been a self-employed guy. And when his cabinet shop initially died back in 2013, he was not willing to take much risks after that. So this is a nice way for him to continue to do kind of work in that field, but without having to put in as much risk. And we get used to the house while we're doing it too, which is pretty nice. Yeah, no, exactly. The binge watching is, I think, the thing for me. I like being able to go in and watch an entire season at a time. I don't have to necessarily watch an entire, like, 3 seasons in one go, but if I can watch an entire season, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm fine with that. So that's the other part of the reason why I don't want to get it straight away, is because I want to at least be able to I want to be able to binge watch quite a bit of it, just be able to keep going through episode by episode rather than having to sit and wait. Here's one episode, and then the next week here's another episode. Nothing wrong with that. It's just, I don't dislike it. I still watch it every week. It's just not as good as everyone says it is. Yeah, and that's an interesting opinion. As I said, that's not one I've heard before. And again, I can't corroborate or disagree with, because I just haven't watched it yet. But I do think it's interesting. It's interesting to get your take on it, because as I said, everyone else I've spoken to loves the show. Interesting. Just wait a while. Doesn't have a lot of content, so just wait and just see how the rest of the series turns out. Okay. I rated a solid 8 out of 10. Hey, and that's pretty good, considering, last year. I mean, I would have. Man, it's really kind of hard to rate the Star Wars movies, but if I were to rate it, I would say the original Star Wars movie is probably about an 8 out of 10, and then not Last Jedi. Oh my gosh, no. Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi are 10s for me. Like, they're both 10s. The prequels are probably averaging at about 7, maybe a 6. And then Force Awakens is a hard 8. Last Jedi is like a 2. So yeah, so I mean, you saying it's a good 8. I'm pretty fine with that. Yeah, if I were to compare it to top Netflix shows, it doesn't hold up. Interesting. See, for me, like, I look at that and I look at the original Star Wars movie. The original Star Wars movie actually doesn't have a lot of content in it per se. It's pretty cut and dry. Straight adventure flick, not necessarily a lot of story. You just got kind of the bare minimum. And I feel like the Mandalorian, from your description, kind of fits that mold. So I'm kind of happy with it because it feels like it's going back to the original roots. And clearly as the story goes on, they're going to add more to it. So I think it's got a good potential to it. So better than the new movies, other than Rogue One. Sure, sure. So here comes Zalman to say what I was talking about, which is that he says it's amazing, which is, as I said, it's about like 99% of everybody's opinion from what I've heard. People love that show. They're loving The Mandalorian. Okay, let's actually get out of here before anything else decides to attack me. So, we're going to go... where? Interesting. Okay, okay. Wait, is there a moon? No. On this planet, there's a moon. Okay, okay. On this system, sorry. 2 planets and a moon, whereas this is just 2 planets. Okay, okay, okay. It just has some pacing issues, mostly. Has someone who has written plays and stuff. That's the big thing for me. Okay, I see, I see. The average person doesn't want plays. They want something that deepens the lore, exactly. Sure, I can understand that. Damn it. Where are these hostile ships? And okay, okay. Never mind, they're closer than I thought. They're also easier than I thought. Okay. I'm fine with this. Who's next? Out of range. What is... hold on. Is this a hostile system? That is interesting. I need to go... hold on, hold on. Actually, hold on. Let's... before I do anything else. Conflict level 3 at war. Huh. I had no idea. This is the first system that I've found that's actually at war. Crazy. Wait. Where's this thing having me go? Let's get out of here. I just meant as someone who has written stuff in the entertainment medium. But a lot of people don't have the ability to say negative things about something that, something and still like it. Sure, sure. The Mandalorian added a ton of lore. No one can say not like common baby Yoda itself should be redeeming. Sure, sure. Oh gosh, yes. Please, let's land. Please, let's land. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Thank you. Everybody else has been super douchey. Harvest a living pearl on a water planet. Detected in a local system. I don't know if I really care about doing this one right now, and particularly as I don't have any of the underwater stuff, so... Extract a container, I'm not going to do that quite yet. Grow and harvest Frostwort, that's what we were needing. I want to land here for 2 reasons. One, we can go and get the suit upgrade. 2, and yeah, I do want a tech slot, thank you. 2, we can then try and check out and learn some Viking words. Oh. Oh. Now that's a fancy looking gun right there. 24 slots. Haha. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's very nice. Wait, what? Add to collection? Are you... Hold on. Zelman, maybe you can answer this. We can have multiple Omni tools now? Am I reading that correctly? Just so that's pretty damn cool. That's pretty awesome. And again, my thoughts on it. It could change based on how it ends. Sure, sure. I mean, let's face it. We're still midway through. Oh, they're going to have Luke Skywalker at the end of season. Really? That's interesting. At least I think. Next season could be really cool if they explore the baby history and people. Sure. No, it's a TV show about a Mandalorian, not Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda's just a story plot for the beginning. Omni tool, I think you should. No, I definitely want to take this. I just didn't know you could, I just had no idea that you can actually buy and own multiple Omni tools. In which case, where do you swap them? It's really interesting. I'm definitely going to swap it out for this. Again, 24 slots versus my 16 slots. Plus, I always love, I would love to have a rifle versus a pistol. Just preference, I suppose. So we are going to do that. We're going to exchange it. So there goes the rest of my credits. Cool. Okay, you can only own one. Interesting. Interesting. But then what? Yeah, I mean, so like I'm looking at this because it did say buy and add to your collection. That was the thing. It did like it didn't say, you know, it didn't only give me the exchange option. It said buy and add to your collection, and it was in gray, mainly because I was 200,000 short. Navigational data. Okay, I don't need more of that. Speaking of which, hold on. Let's put this in my cargo here. We're actually going to talk to a bunch of people here so I can get some Vy'keen words. This is my first Vy'keen system here. Ooh, hello, nanites. Let's try and catch up with chat, shall we? No, it's a TV show about him. Oh yeah, already read that. The episodes feel episodic, like less part of one big story. Like each episode almost has its own standalone story. That the last 10 minutes advance the season plot. Sure. I mean, you can't only... Yeah. Just exchange them, which I did. With a new update, you can own 3. Really? That's pretty cool. Thank you so much for the information. I'm very glad to know that, because that's kind of cool. Also, let me make sure I'm reading this correctly. Orion Namist. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. How's your night going? And welcome, a first-time viewer. So thank you for hanging out. R.E. and a mist. Okay. Ari and a mist. Interesting. Nice. Very nice. I'm always bad with names, so I do apologize. And probably the next time I see your name, I will probably do the same thing again. So, just giving you forewarning. So, but I'm glad to hear it's going well. Always nice to see new people in here. Yeah, but it would only make sense if Luke took the baby and hid it, because the TV show takes place right at the same time Luke is rebuilding the Jedi Order. Really? Now that I didn't know. Hey, thank you, McMeandream. I really do appreciate that. Because I do not consider myself a cool guy. I consider myself a bit of a dweeb. So I appreciate the compliment. Thank you so much, dude. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who gets it wrong. Oh man, but it's nice to have you here, Ari. Ari Animist. I'm gonna have to remember that. Ari Animist, or I could just call you Animist or Anna. So. Or Ari. Okay, what would you prefer, Ari or Anna? Or just try and say the whole thing. You got mine right the first time. True, but yours is a little easier to comprehend. Norway, Pete. Pretty straightforward. Norway and Pete. Ariana, I had to try and make sure I read that correctly. So, it's good to be here. Oh, I see. Just Ari. I get it. I get it. Ari. Thank you very much. That's definitely a whole lot, a lot easier than saying the whole thing. Love this. I know. So do I. I love No Man's Sky. I loved it since it first came out. I really enjoyed it since it first came out. I knew, I knew the problems it had, but I really enjoyed it, and I've loved every single update that they've done since it came out. So I've been very impressed with everything that they've done in this game, and I would gladly support Hello Games with whatever else they want to do with this thing, or with whatever other game that they make, because they've done a really good job. Wait, what? We've already got this guy. What? Is it really you? Forgive me. I've been searching for a long time. I'm contracted to aid you in this and every cycle. Don't worry. Everything was paid for a long time ago. It's all quite above board. As the stranger speaks, a smell assaults me, a pheromone infesting my brain, giving me memories of places I've never visited. I've done this before. I wonder if this is a bug, or if there's like something else going on. Of myself in a mirror, aged and alone, of this Gek cradling their fallen brethren, of a bargain made many years from now, in a contract signed across the cosmos. The vision ends and the Overseer remains. The Overseer promises to expand my base, allowing me... I've already done this. Find the offer. I do not feel comfortable hiring this Gek. Weird. I hear about this TV show is about the Mandalorian, not the baby, and the baby is only a plot hole. Sure, sure. Atlas Pass. Okay. I got it after Beyond came out. Yeah, Beyond was... I think Beyond was basically how they advertised the game initially, and I wondered to what extent this was kind of their plan from the beginning to kind of update it as it went along, and the way that they advertised it was really the end result. I don't know. It's hard to try and guess what happened there because, again, I've got no insight. I wasn't working with them or anything like that. Just to, you know, just my theory based on what I could see. Wow, that's a lot for just 3 units of salt. Okay. Not selling the frost crystals. We need to go plant that. Not selling the cadmium. Everything else is fine. Actually, let's take a look at the ship quickly. Hold on, hold on. We're gonna keep the silver. We're gonna sell the Herox. Keep the gold. Sell the Limium. And I think that's it. And I was wanting to talk to these guys. Okay. With there only being like 2 episodes left, I feel the ending is going to be a rush. Sure. Because there's only 8 episodes in the season. Really? That's interesting. It's a short series then. And that would make sense if they're already working on season 2, because again, if there are only 8 episodes per season, then I would expect them to already be working on season 2. They're working on many seasons. It's just a plot hole. I know, but I meant to tie up the Baby Yoda plot. If they're going to finish it this season, it feels like it's going to be rushed. It's possible to tie up the plot in 1 hour of footage, sure. Yeah, you mean 40 minutes? And wouldn't it be cool if we get to see Luke as a Jedi Grandmaster on screen? I think that would actually be really cool. Yeah. It would be nice to see Luke actually not be a loser cynic and, you know, drinking the green ridiculous milk. So it would be nice to see Luke being all cool and Jedi again. Man. But yeah, that's the other thing. I doubt it. I really doubt that that's what's going to happen. But we can still hope and dream, right? The warrior's nostrils flare in hope and expectation. They show me their personal data pad, revealing a set of highly detailed military plans. Interloper. But okay, this is not my first Viking plan, so I already know some. Viking something weak-minded. On one side of the battlefield stands the creature's own warrior race. On the other, the robotic sentinels. The warrior demands that I point to one side or the other. Point to the warriors. Always. The warrior grunts. Nodding enthusiastically, they mark our new friendship by handing me tributes. I will gladly take a scanner module. Thank you very much. Standing with the Viking has increased. This guy might be a mission. I demand place on your throne world, interloper. Acceptance will grant you the glory of an exocraft and a Viking mech priest to administer its mass. Pray only that you have an exocraft terminal sufficient for my skills. Refusal will result in my inevitable extermination. Be quick. That's a big yikes, but I don't have one of these guys yet, so that's actually a good find. The technician seeks work, claiming they will be able to build and upgrade exocraft for my travels. Why can't I hire? Why can't I hire? I would prefer not to. Oh gosh. Decline the offer. I don't want him to be terminated though. Viking seems dangerous and unstable. I should show caution before inviting them to live in my home. Ew, that's unfortunate. Okay. Okay, messaging me back finally. Nothing wrong with that. Sorry, hold on. I gotta catch up. I so wish to see Luke as a Jedi Grandmaster in The Last Jedi. Oh boy, was I disappointed. Yeah, I think everybody was pretty much disappointed with Luke. Even Mark Hamill was disappointed in Luke, and he tried to warn us. Like, there's a video online where it looks at a lot of his pre-release interviews, and he does not look good. He does not look happy. Yeah, things do not look good for him. Sorry, I gotta catch up with chat. No, repeat, 2 episodes in 1 hour of footage. Yeah. Even if they tie up the story and that pacing of the show is going to double. Sure, potentially. I don't know. I haven't watched it, so I don't have much of an input when it comes to Mandalorian itself. But the Mandalorian, Luke is still very young. Luke would be in his 20s in the Really? I wonder if they're going to use an actor and try and like de-age his face. Or if they're actually going to use Luke and just de-age his face anyway. If that makes sense. Which would lend to the pacing issues in the first few episodes. Not going to do a CG Luke. We don't know that. We don't know that. That's the problem. But then again, if you look at Disney, look at what they've done with what's his name? They did this with a couple people. They did this with gosh, what is his name? The guy who played Ant-Man. The guy who actually played Hank Pym. Michael Douglas. Did this with Michael Douglas. They did this with, and sorry for the stutter there, Samuel L. Jackson as well, where they de-aged their faces for like both Captain Marvel and for the Ant-Man films. It looked really good. It didn't look like the plasticky, fake, sort of like CG faces. They just did enhancements to the face while, you know, just filming the guy act. So I feel like it's a doable thing. I feel like it's not out of the realm of possibility for them to just de-age his face. He'll stay there until you can hire. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, clearly he is staying here, so I mean, it's not like he just disappeared right then. But it is kind of worrisome when he says, "I will be, put up for immediate extermination if if I don't hire him." So that's never quite great. Okay, so we are gonna go down here. Part of the reason why we're coming here is, well, I'm not gonna learn any of the alien words actually. I was going to initially, but I realized this is not my first time in a Viking system, so we're actually just gonna go through here take the portal, go back to the base, plant the Frostwort, see what we can do from there. So here's my base. I mean, that depends on what they decide to do with it, and then also so like sorry, I'm reading Nori Repeats. They have 1 hour to tie up the story with Baby Yoda to drop the clues for the next season. That's not a lot of screen time. That is true. That is not a lot of screen time, but that depends on how they decide to wrap up the actual story itself. Gosh, seriously. So I mean, that could be a viable situation if, right, if it's, say, a very quick plot hole or plot conclusion, right? And as you say, it probably will feel rushed. So maybe, I don't know. Wow, I can actually build quite a bit of frost crystals here. I think we'll do that. Let's get not the big one, because that's a little too big. We can get the 2 small ones, though. Cannot build, because I'm missing metal plating, so let's go ahead and build 2 metal plating. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. We're going to need to go get some more ferrite dust. Come on. So there's 1, and there's 2. And then we'll plant 2 more Frostwort right there. And there we go. Okay, that that was kind of interesting. He just automatically grabbed onto the ladder. Sorry, I'm trying to just keep up with chat. I'm not going to try and up the story of a TV show in a book or no, I don't think that they would. Keep in mind, the Star Wars are not a lot of plot holes are tied up on screen. There are a lot of books and comics. True. Yeah, but not if they don't want people to come back and watch more. It's Star Wars. Everyone who's into Star Wars is mainly in it for the lore. Most people watching the TV show / movies will never read a book or comic. I mean, there is some truth to that. Like, there's a lot of comic books or books that I have not read, but at least I know that they exist, right? I mean, how many of us actually went and have actually watched the Clone Wars? I have not. I know of it. I'm aware of it, but I've not watched any of the Clone Wars series. I've not watched any of the Star Wars Rebels series. There's a lot of shows and, you know, extra stuff that I haven't actually watched at all. So, I'm a Star Wars fan and I've never read a comic and read a... Yeah, exactly what I was just saying. Well, you should read the books. You're missing out. Yeah. The OG books don't, and that's the other thing. The OG books don't matter anymore. Yeah. It doesn't even throw EU and Legends. It's not canon. Disney still borrows from Legends. Sure. And Green, knowing they exist as more than most people. True. Season 1 Clone Wars is bad, but then it gets good. Rebels has its ups and downs. That's what I've heard online, is that Rebels is kind of divisive. It has moments, but then it has a lot of its downfalls as well. You have mastered Frostwort. Your base is already feeling more homely. Yes, can confirm. Give him 50 frost crystal. Does the way it shimmers in the light not enchant you, friend? I have lost hours to its gentle glisten, but now a plant of great contrast. Ah, solar vines. Living rock is adapted to live in the extreme heat of scorched biomes. However, it can be farmed in most environments, and once established yields a moderate harvest suitable for hydroponic indoor planting. Ensure hot climate before planting outdoors. So I need to go get selenium. I already have phosphorus, which I think we've... Hold on. Why can't I move? Can I? Okay. Your next crop will be solar vine, a plant that grows deep within the mantle of scorched worlds. It seeks out heat from the sun or the core below. Its roots can extend to such incredible lengths that once it was believed they never ended. But do not worry, friend. Here are our facilities. All growth shall be more manageable here. Toil Gek Rober wishes for me to cultivate solar vine, a plant that usually grows in extreme heat. Yes, we're gonna go do that. If only I shone as brightly as the solar vine. I envy you. Joy of discovery, friend. Nice, nice. Which I suppose the phosphorus, right? Because I'm gonna need phosphorus and I need the solar vine. I don't have the solar vine yet, but I've got the phosphorus. The good moments in it are fantastic, talking about Star Wars Rebels, but large parts of it are meh. But here's the thing: I've watched the Clone Wars, directed by Dave Filoni. Knowing him, I'm telling you right now, we're going to see a lot in The Mandalorian. I think so too. I do think so too. You see the ship they use in Rebels shows up in Rogue One. I did see that as well. I know people were losing their minds over that. Dave Filoni is the one who brought Darth Maul back to life. I think it's a smart move to actually bring Darth Maul back. He's always been a very cool character. And it is somewhat ridiculous that they killed him off so quickly in the you know, the prequels. So yeah. What does this one do? Scan radius. Flora. So increase the rewards by 5,000%. And then I should actually hold on. I'm actually gonna head back up to the whatchamacallit. Come on. Head back up to the station so I can try and get some more of those analysis visor thingies. And then we're gonna go here. Did I really just travel to my own base? Please don't tell me I traveled to my own base. Please, oh please, oh please, oh please. Gosh. Yep, I've traveled to my own base. Yeah. Okay, current system. That's where I was wanting to go. Come on. Okay, which was my point in pacing issues in the first few episodes, just saying they didn't do enough to build the main story or really to expand on Mando as a person. He's kind of bland, and I get he's supposed to be, but it makes for a bland main plot. The main character doesn't talk or have a face. You know, and the other one is Baby Yoda. I mean, I don't know about that. And as I said, I haven't watched it yet, so I don't have much of a stake in this. Dave Filoni is someone who actually respects the Star Wars fandom. I'll give you that, but didn't Dave Filoni actually direct Rebels as well, though? And I know people have been somewhat upset about Rebels. At least some people have. Remember, I'm not saying I dislike the show. I do like it, but I'm not pretending it's perfect. I mean, it sort of feels perfect after the shit we've got from the movies. Yes, 100%. Rebels was pretty good. There is some debate on that. Again, another thing where, when I say this, keep in mind I haven't watched it, so I cannot argue from first-hand experience. But there is some serious debate as to whether or not it's good. And hello, baby. He's an exotic, and I don't have the cash for it, but oh, that's a nice looking ship. Oh, that's a nice. One of these flying V's that has the animated wings. Oh, that's so cool. The story in Rebels is pretty good. People are complaining. They don't like the voice actors, and that's a big debate. So the video that I've seen mentions a whole lot more than just voice acting. I'll leave it there. Oh, why was I coming here? Hold on. Sorry. Why was I coming? I was wanting to get the exos, not the exosuit, but here. This is where I was wanting to go. By the time I notice this life form, they've already performed a complete scan analysis of my equipment. They wait politely for me to catch up before. Nanites requested Corvax entity, something with technology. Something. Yep. Let's purchase the upgrades. Yes. I would prefer an S-class scanner module, which is right here. Nice. And then take another. That's a maybe. Okay. So let's go ahead and install this right now, straight away. And then let's get the other one installed as well. Okay, so that's a flora, fauna, and flora. Fascinating. So now I'll actually get a whole lot more from the whatchamacallits. Plot was good. The guys they chose to do voice acting were trash. That's the only way I can put it. It's not the voice acting, it's the voice actors themselves. Overall, I enjoyed Rebels. I would say 6.5 or 7. The good moments are some of the best in Star Wars. Yeah, and you've said that, and I've seen some of those moments, and they're very cool. Don't get me wrong, but I know there's a lot of equal disdain for some of the non-cool moments. Yep, same here. It's like a 7 for me. But there's some bad moments and boring parts. Part of that's because of the bad main cast. Like from what I've heard is that there's complaints about the main character itself, not the mentor, but the young Jedi kid. And then there's complaints about, you know, the bad guys being somewhat non-threatening or really non-existent. Just as I said, just from what I've heard. I kind of want to go to another system to get more of those scanner modules. Okay, can anybody verify this for me? How many does it stack? Like, does it... I'm trying to think of the right way to say this, but... survey device. Huh. I should definitely get this. Hold on, I should definitely... Let's see if I can buy a cobalt mirror here. Modules 3 with Beyond update. I like Steve Blum. Okay, interesting. Part of that's because of the bad main cast. I like Steve Blum. There are some cringy moments, but I truly do believe, though, that was Kathleen Kennedy. She's always intervenes in the writing. Okay, okay. He is one of the weakest. He is one of the weakest moments in the show. Main character is one of the weakest people in the show. I see what you mean. Modules 3 with Beyond update. Okay, okay. So I can stack 3, right? Also flip back and forth on the Mandalorian chick. Sometimes I think she's awesome, and other times, yeah. That was some of the complaints I remember hearing as well. She's a bit yeah. Like sometimes she's yeah. Again, I need to watch the show. I actually need to watch the show, and I would give you a better as I throw my controller on the ground. give you a better, opinion, that's actually my own. But unfortunately, I haven't seen it yet. So, but isn't it all on Disney Plus now? I mean, you guys both clearly have Disney Plus. I mean, is Clone Wars and Rebels on Disney Plus? Because if so, then that's another reason for me to get Disney Plus. Because at least I can binge watch those and catch up, and then enjoy the Mandalorian at pace. So I need a cobalt mirror, right? Hold on. I need to build some stuff. And yeah, I actually think I need to not use these A's, because the problem with the A's is that it only does one or the other. Looks like the S class does both flora and fauna, and I'd rather do that. So I think we're gonna go ahead and dismantle these. I hate doing it. My main source of power. But it's what I gotta do. It wouldn't surprise me if the bad moments are Kathleen. I do say it's worth watching, because you can skip through the bad moments. Yeah. Kathleen is definitely involved in every stupid Star Wars scene. Yep. I mooched off my friend. He gets Netflix and I get his Disney Plus. That's pretty nice. Be interesting to do a watch of the series and timeline, or that actually would be kind of cool, right? I've been thinking recently of rewatching pretty much the whole Star Wars movie series in order. But I've been thinking about what order to watch them, and I remember reading about I forget what it was called, but it's basically like a spaghetti order of watching it. Where basically you watch, and I'm not considering any of the sequel trilogy. I'm just talking about the OG and prequel trilogy. And basically, what I was reading is you watch the original Star Wars, then you watch Empire Strikes Back. At that point, you then flip back to the prequels, watch the prequels as like a flashback as to how Anakin got to become Darth Vader, and then you watch Return of the Jedi. So that's kind of what I've been thinking. But then now with Rogue One, that'd be interesting to throw that in the mix as well. Episode 1, 2, Clone Wars Episode 3, Rogue One, Han Solo Episodes 4, 5, and 6. Sorry, I made a mistake. After 3, before Rogue One, is Rebels. Yes. And icing on the cake, Daisy Ridley tweeted today saying every person that voted for Trump is stupid and dumb. Good luck with the rise of Skywalker. Now shaking my head. Did she really say that? That's just... Yeah. People like to just attack people. I don't get it. It's just so dumb. And this is... keep in mind, I don't even vote for the guy. I just... And I think he's an asshole, but it's just this whole vitriol against him as if he's actual Adolf Hitler is just kind of stupid. And I'm just gonna leave that at that. That's gonna be most of my politics talk tonight. Let's focus on either Star Wars or the game. Oh man. Okay, nobody has a damn cobalt mirror in here. I wonder if I could go back into, and I could check this in the discoveries. But yeah, that is so crazy. Their economy is manufacturing, whereas no, this is my system. Hold on. Construction, manufacturing. What's the difference between these two? If anybody's aware of the difference between construction economies and manufacturing economies, I could use a little help, because I'm trying to find a cobalt mirror, and I'm not sure where to best go. I mean, the store here does not have it. So far, none of the people I've talked to have it. Scientist is open to trading. Yes, let's buy, please. Yep, no cobalt mirror. He's got dioxide, which is a first. Hermetic seals, dirty bronze, selenium, cobalt. No cobalt mirrors, though. That's unfortunate. Catch up with chat time. Why do people not understand that saying people are dumb is never the right... Exactly. I mean, I don't... Particularly as a lot of people are Star Wars fans. I mean, it's not like we aren't already pissed off with Star Wars as it is. I mean... Now trying to alienate an entire portion of the Star Wars fan base just because of politics, which really has nothing to do with Star Wars. Except for the prequels, which was probably some of the worst parts of it, but that's beside the point. You get what I'm saying. I mean, yeah. Neither did I vote for him, but I mean, half the country did. Exactly. I mean, half the country did, and the Electoral College won. So I mean, he's in. He is the duly elected leader. None of this bull. Sorry. Okay. No more politics now, please. Planning on playing the Jedi Order anytime soon? I would love to, actually. Yeah, the problem is I've got so many games on the backlist as it is. But yeah, I'm very interested in picking up the Fallen Order, Jedi the Fallen Order. 100%. I've seen other people play it, and it looks really cool. Yeah, I'm definitely. The only thing that I've seen that I'm not happy about is the Wookiees look so weird in that game. I don't know what's wrong with them. I can't quite place it. It's just they look weird. Okay, they look super weird, and it's throwing me off. I need to read the reviews on it. EA has been so bad with Star Wars. From what I understand, it's really good. There's some complaints by different people. So like I was listening to a podcast the other day, and like the people who like the lore and who like the story are gonna really like the game. But there is some platforming and stuff like that, and some people didn't like that. It is also somewhat Dark Soulsy, and some people didn't like that. But like there's some really good lore in the game, and so it looks like it's pretty good. You should play the Fallen Order. They're working on a sequel. They are working on... That's good. That's really cool to know. Might wait for it on discount, lol. From what I've seen and heard, it's good, but not great. Yeah, and that's what I say. It kind of depends on who you're listening to at the time, and depending on kind of what their gripes are with the game. From what I've seen, everybody that likes the game, they all like the lore of the game. They all like specific aspects of it, but some of them don't like certain aspects of like the certain mechanics, like in terms of the climbing and the free running and whatnot. So Fallen Order reintroduced the orange lightsaber color to canon. Reintroduced it. Somebody, when did we lose it? Was it not in canon? Also, there's a lot of interaction with characters from the movies, like Saul Guerrero's there, and I want to say there's another cameo from somebody else. I feel like there are multiple cameos from people from the either Rebels or from one of the others, one of the other series. And thank you for the follow, Shugo Chara. Hugo Chara. I'm gonna stick with Shugo. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Green Squadron. It's really nice to have you here. Thank you for hanging out, Shugo Chara. Thank you for being here. That's also one of the alerts I need to actually update. If anybody has any suggestions for that update, I've updated the raid and the host. I still need to update. So like the raid, I've got like the Imperial March and I've got the asteroid music, but I need to get some. And I've got the Cantina music for the host, but I need to get something that's Star Wars-y for like a follow, and that's Star Wars-y for a sub. So I need to do that for both sub and the follow. Side note. But anyway, thank you guys for the follow. I really do appreciate it, Shuko. And as I said earlier, welcome to Green Squadron. Um, yeah, Revan's story was rather interesting. I would love to actually see BioWare make another, like not an MMORPG, but like an actual just regular story-driven RPG for Star Wars. I'd love to see them return to that. That would actually also be interesting to see Revan's story as a TV show. That'd be really cool. We lost it when Disney decided to uncan. Oh, I see. Interesting. Make the TV show The Old Republic Season 1, Revan, becoming a Jedi Master. Season 2 is the war with the Mandalorians. Season 3 is the start of the war against Darth Revan. Ending them with them taking out Revan. Season 4 started the game where you meet the random trooper on the ship. All that stuff. Yeah. I would say a droid blast. Interesting. Just a small pew pew for the follow. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea. And droid sound effects are relatively easy to come by online, so I could look into that. Droid blast for a follow would be smart. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I like that. I'll have to look in fact, that might actually be kind of interesting to have like a rotating droid sound effects for the follows. That could be really cool. I just realized we've been sitting on this menu for a little bit. Anywho, that's right. I was trying to find a cobalt mirror. Okay, this guy's new. If I don't find one soon, maybe I'll just go down to the planet and try and buy one from a trade hub or something. No cobalt mirror. Yes, I shall leave, please. Thank you. And we'll talk to this being the last guy. Vader's breathing? That would be interesting. Yeah, that would be kind of interesting. I'll have to see like what I could find. Damn it, these guys are the same. Sucks. Okay. Okay, I know I said the last one was the last one, but this is definitely the last one. And then I think I'm gonna have to probably call it there. Commences, traveler. Okay, I don't know what commences, but something is commencing. Damn it. He's got Pugnium though, and he has a salt refractor as well. Most interesting. Okay, well, in that case, I think we're just gonna leave. Forgot exactly why I needed the. I think it was for the survey device. That's right. Yeah, sodium diode and a cobalt mirror. I've got the wiring looms. I just need to get a better, survey thing. Force field, Tool upgrade, waveform recycler. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I think that's actually going to be it for me, guys. So let's just quickly try and catch up with the rest of chat. I got you. I make tons of alerts. Yeah, exactly, right? OMG, you definitely need Palpatine laughing as a oh. That also would be rather interesting. I really like the different blaster sounds. Alright, time to play MechWarrior 5 Mercs then. Nice, very nice. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. It's been fun chatting about Star Wars and playing No Man's Sky, which I think right now is probably the most modern Star Wars thing I've got on my PC. Maybe eventually we'll get a Star Wars not the Last Jedi, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and play that on stream. But for right now, we're just gonna have to stick with No Man's Sky. Ari, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Green Squadron. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Geez. See you later, Green. Thank you so much, McMean for being here. See you in K's chat tomorrow? Probably. I will probably be there. So I'll definitely see you there. Oh gosh, as I make my character jump because I hit things. Okay. But I'm calling it. Have a great night, guys. Thank you so much. I'll gift you Jedi Fallen Order on stream. No, no, no. Please, I can get it myself. Trust me, it'll be fine. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night. A quick thanks to the 2 follows, Shugo and Ari. Thank you so much for the follows. Again, welcome to the Green Squadron. Thank you to everybody in chat. It's been a fun night chatting with everybody. Got Ari, we got GZA, Gaza, McMean Dream, Norway Pete, Shugo, and Zalman. Thank you guys so much for hanging out in the chat. Have a great night. Gosh. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, sorry. If you guys have liked the stream, please consider following, like Ari and Shugo. If you'd like to see when I go live, Twitter and the Discord. Not just Twitter, exclamation Twitter. And the Discord, sorry. I keep forgetting all the different things I've got to say at the end of stream. Those are the 2 best places to actually see when I go live. I'll always announce in these 2 places, as well as I've got a schedule on the Discord and the chance to vote on what games we'll be playing for the upcoming week. So tomorrow I'll be putting out a vote. You guys can vote to see what you want to see me play. Also, if you'd like to go back and watch how we started with No Man's Sky or Satisfactory or Stellaris or Hollow Knight, if you guys want to see any of those VODs, you can go to the YouTube channel and you can go ahead and watch all that content there. Yeah, those are all my announcements. I'll consider it. Well, thank you, McMean Dream. Yeah. Have a great night, guys. I will see you guys around. And I'll be back on Thursday on the League Esports, playing some Rocket League. Yeah. Have a great night, and see you guys around. Later.